Welcome to YLL. It's your girl Jazz Young, and I'm back with another one. Y'all, this is Wednesday Thoughts. Oh my God. Having this set up, hearing myself again on a mic, makes me feel so good. Ah, like I just want to, I'm just want to like, scream. I'm extremely just happy, excited. Like I'm having excited right now. If you haven't been checking out on my journey of just getting my spirit back together, or while I was gone for so long, or while I took the whole entire year off last year, um, go check that out. Go check it out because that's where you get to kind of get to know me a little bit better, and also get to know this journey that I'm going through, with grief and just feeling like my spirit is not on a court. So but we're doing good. So please go check that out. As promised, I've been trying to figure out like how I'm gonna bring back Culture Friday or Wednesday Thoughts, and I was like, I gotta start talking about things that I enjoy talking about or things that I find very like interesting. So because I want to get back into the groove of things, Wednesday Thoughts, my first episodes, for Wednesday Thoughts in this new journey of life, in this new time of my life, we're gonna talk about Scream 7, and we're gonna talk about Ivania and Pops, so Boosie and Boosie Badass and Poison Ivy's album. Before I get into that though, we're gonna add Bam Adebayo's 83 points. First and foremost, man, congrats. Like that right there, just to watch it, you're looking at history. If you didn't catch it, it's always nice to go look at highlights. The highlights kind of helps you with the entire game. Some people trying to discredit it, like, oh, he had 40 something shot field free throw attempts, which he only made like 36, 37 of them. Um, I'm gonna say this. This is my opinion, just as a sports fan. History is history. I think what a lot of people failed to realize or didn't get to see or understand is everybody in that building wanted him to get This is the moment people's like, oh, he's stat padding. Duh. How else is he gonna get 83 points in a game? Y'all have to take that a second. And this man scored 60 some points in the first half. Like, come on, y'all not about to discredit this man. He scored 60, what, 62? Y'all are not gonna discredit him. Like, I feel like 40, yeah. He scored 40 something in the first quarter, right? So it's like thinking about it from the beginning of the game, that was his game. His teammates saw it. No matter if they was up 100 points, if that man had the opportunity to score 100 points by himself, his teammates wanted to see that. Miami Heat won last night twice. They did not just win the game based off of beating Washington and having the most points, but they won as a team. That team wanted to see Bam do that. To get in the history books, to be one out of three people to score 80 plus points in an NBA game for as long as the NBA has been running. Y'all as people who cannot do it, right? As critics, I always say we as critics gotta realize when we're critiquing, we have to critique it with the eyes of entertainment, not critique it with the eyes of what we can do or what we can't do. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, out of all the times that the NBA has been, we're talking about stat padding, we're talking about this. People have come close. People have scored 60 some points in a game. Oh, but they come out in the fourth quarter. That's their choice. Okay, that's their choice. Obviously, by halftime, Miami Heat and team, okay, the coaches, the players, all was like, Bam taking all the shots. We want Bam to make everything. Bam is making them. Let him take the shots. We don't care if Bam don't passes the ball. Bam, if you passes the ball, we're passing it back. That was a team's record. Like y'all. The fact that people are trying to discredit 83 points in an NBA game, knowing that he's the second person to ever do it, right? He's the third, but he's the second best to ever do it. And y'all want to say, oh, well, half of those points was free throws. I mean, so what? He wasn't supposed to get fouls? He drive. He was supposed to just get hit and not get the foul shots because they beat him by 20 points. Like, come on, guys. Come on, man. There's no way we as fans of entertainment, we as fans of sports, we as people that look at certain things to be entertained, you wasn't entertained? You wasn't rooting for him to break the record? You wasn't rooting for him to score the 83 points? You a hater. You a hater. At the end of the day, I'm not even a Bam. I'm an Asia Wilson fan. Okay, I like Bam just because he loves Asia. But what Bam did last night, I really do say, I'm going to say this, it made us all look at a dream. It made us all realize that when you got a dream and no one else believes it and no one thinks you're going to do it, no one knows when you're going to do it, God got a different story. People may not know that Bam is a shooter. People may not know, oh, Bam good at defense. Last night, Bam told you I could be Steph Curry if I want to. You feel me? Bam said I can put up Luka points. I could put up, a Kobe game. Like, come on, man. Shout out to Bam, man. You definitely showed us. It made me a believer. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Like I said, I'm a fan because of Asia Wilson. But for everybody who's want to critique and have hating things to say, you should only have positive things to say because you can't do it. You can't do it. And then, and then let's be real. Your fave, if it's Kobe, if it ain't Kobe or what or Bam, your favorite can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever get it twisted. Miami definitely did that together. They wanted to see Bam get that record. So I'm gonna be honest. Shit, Washington wanted to see Bam get the record. To be part of history is more important than worried about what the naysayers got to say. Because guess what? The naysayers can't do it. So shout out to Bam for having a historical night last night. I wasn't giving my thoughts on that, but why not? Like, that's history right there. So that is my thoughts on Bam Adebayo's amazing, amazing game, and that's just what it is. For Scream 7, now Scream 7. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I am a fanatic. Like, I love, this is my favorite like childhood franchise. I watched like all four, like, well, it's six of them, but I didn't get to watch five and six. Excuse me. But before Screen 7, before I went to go see Screen 7, I watched the first four. Amazing. Absolutely, amazing. It just it made me feel like a kid again, the nostalgia of it all. Like, I was just like, oh, like, oh. So just to get that installment again, in a time where I know for me, I just feel like I've grown up so fast. I've grown up too fast. Like, I'm tired of growing up. Okay, I'm tired of that aspect. It really made me just feel like a kid again. Like, I felt like I was just a young girl, no responsibilities. Just living my best life when I went to go see Scream 7. And what also made it very good, Scary Movie is coming back, and it's the original characters. I just feel like I'm back as a child. What made Scream 7 a good movie? For me, Scream 7, I would give a 2.53 out of 5. Reason being is because I watched the movie in D-box seats. I was at Cinemark at Christiana Mall, and I watched the movie with D-box seats. D-box seats make you feel like you're part of the movie. If it's flying, you're driving, it's moving, the suspense, like, literally, for the suspense aspect of it all, it made the movie more suspenseful. It made the movie like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? I would recommend D-box seats for any entertainment movie that is gonna come out. I think Star Wars is on its way out. Go get D-box seats. I felt it was a little bit more money, but it's worth the money. Um, it made the movie entertaining, in my opinion. It also kept me awake. I'm good. I'm good for a nice little nap in a movie theater. The darkness, it just puts me to sleep. I'm good for that. But the D-box seats kept me awake. So I will give the D-box seats a lot of the points, because I don't know if Scream was, entertaining wise, it was a good movie, but a 5 out of 5, it got to be Oscar award winning like Sinners, and it's not. And they better win some Oscars. But Scream 7, just on the seats alone, made the movie great. Then Sydney Prescott, she just makes. One of the things that I think I really did enjoy was it was really from her family perspective. You know, Sydney from we always go from the kid and as she's grown, but now we get to see her with her daughter and her husband fight Ghostface, like figure this out. So I really like that. It gave me a sense of nostalgia just to have her as the leading force once again. I think it's always good to keep some originals around just because it gives the movie that original flavor, that original feel. And my third thing that I really enjoyed was it related to today's society. We got to see some little AI. If you don't know what AI is and you don't realize how AI is taking over America, taking over the world, I used to be able to get on social media and try to like and kind of like didn't see too much AI videos. Now you get on social media, all you see is AI videos. Like you gotta look in the comments and see if everybody else knows AI too. Like so that was really cool. And I also like that all the characters, even though they appear to die, they didn't die. And I like that because it gives a way for okay, all right, these gonna be the next set. This is the next set of originals, which is always dope. I also like I only one character I like that died, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, all the black people cannot stay alive. um, so that was one thing, but I truly did enjoy that. I will say I would like to watch this movie without the seats. Just to see if it gives me the same effect, if I still enjoy it, because then I think the seats is what makes it a 5 out of 5 to me. Taking away the seats, that's where the 3 out of 5 comes. 2.5, 3 out of 5. For people to say like, oh, for critics, I'm always gonna go back to critics. For critics to say like, oh, this movie is predictable, you know, these automatics, you know, they get so far from the original. What is it that y'all want people to do when it's an installment of the original, the seventh installment of the original? At some point, these movies are just for entertainment. They're not meant to change your world. They're not meant to change your mind. They're meant to just entertain you because they entertained you the last time. Like, people be wanting original work from movies that got 7 movies. It'd be different if this was the third screen or the second screen. It's the seventh screen. You cannot expect Scream to have such a change in its storyline. Such it and to say it was predictable, I ain't gonna hold y'all. One of the Ghostface was not predictable at all. Even with the AI, at first I was like, oh wait, he alive still because the storyline worked. So if you're watching a movie, if you're watching Scream 7 and you're looking for it to be different, you want it to be different, you want it to sound different, you don't want it to feel like it's Scream 1, then don't go watch it. But if you want to watch great entertainment, if you want to feel like, you know, you're a child again and it's back to 1997 and where funny scary movies come out, we get to laugh while at the same time get our heart pumping. Please go check out Scream 7 and make sure you get the deep box seats just cuz or wherever your movie theater have interactive seats. I'm assuming Cinemark is called deep box, but I know everybody else is different. But really, please go see. I'm over here begging y'all to go see Scream 7. Scream 7 was just definitely a fire hit in my opinion. Okay, Scream 7 in my opinion was fire. Was fire. And it's definitely felt good to go see it and feel good. Next up is my music review. Let me just tell y'all, I love Boosie. I love me some Boosie Badass. I love his sound. I love his storytelling. I love Boosie. Okay? So Boosie decided that he was gonna work with his daughter, or his daughter decided she wanted to work with her daddy. So Boosie Badass and Poison Ivy came out with an album called Ivania and Pops. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I like the album. 4 out of 5 for me. The themes, in my opinion, is always gonna be like survival, loyalty, growth, family. Um, I think that I will say this album motivated me too, y'all. So my dad, he wants to do these podcast things together. He wants to do mukbangs. I'm not really a fan of eating. I'm sorry, I'm about to get a little distracted. I'm not a fan of eating on camera, but my dad wants to do these things. And I will say, Boosie and Ivania made me say, yo, I might have to get on this daughter and dad doodle. You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of it. I think that this album is not just a family album. It's a statement of growth. We got this album. I say random, right? I say it's a random time that we get this album, but we get the album, and I think the album really just states how they've grown together. You know what I mean? All that negative stuff that was happening last year, the year, well, what, 2024, probably 2023, like all that negative stuff happening. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, to see them do a whole project together, like they let their bygones be bygones. He apologized, she apologized, or however they figured it out, they fixed it. They fixed it, and now we get to hear good music, father and daughter. Um, I think that this album is is personal. You got to get to, if you really listen to it, you're always any music that Boosie do. I think you just get to know Boosie a little bit better. I think Boosie puts a lot of his thoughts in when it's time to really articulate them through his music. Boosie just be talking when he talking, but if he really takes the time to listen to his sound, like when if you really listen to his sound, you'll hear a lot of Boosie stories through his music. So Boosie in himself is just a storyteller. So he's always gonna give you that idea of just growth. He's always gonna give you idea of just generational growth as well. He wants his kids to win. What they are doing, what it looks like. I think Boosie every day is learning how to be a better father, and the man is already a good father. Like, he's learning to be a better father every single day, and that just comes with understanding your kids, understanding their growth. They're not kids anymore. Like, something about Boosie that I just think is very authentic. Well, not something. Boosie is very authentic, and that's what this album in itself. Boosie and Poison Ivy, in my opinion, were very authentic. They were themselves. I will say for what, about 11 tracks, roughly about 40 minutes, 36, 40, 35 to 40 minutes. Um, it's a good album. It's a good album, worth listening to. Now, here's where I get a little testy. If you're not a southern rap person, which is Boosie sound, if you don't like that, you know what I mean? You might not like it. You might not like it. You might not like it. I will say everything sounds the same. One of the things that when you're listening to, I think a Boosie album, his music usually, all the tracks usually sound around the same, or you might have like themes, but those themes, all the tracks within that theme sounds the same. So if you're looking for something unique, if you're looking to hear a different world of Boosie, you're not gonna get that. But every song to me was important. Every song to me worked. I will say I would have loved to get more of Boosie like wisdom. I enjoy more Boosie wisdom led than like aggression, cause sometimes Boosie be yelling at you. If you're like, Boosie, can you just talk to me, please? Can you not yell at me? And then I feel like he dominated a lot of the album. So even though it says Avania and Pops, it was very much Boosie Badass featuring Poison Ivy. And like it wasn't something where I can say, oh, like Avania really killed it. What she did. Avania did really kill, but I wish I heard more of Avania, because we already know what Boosie sound like. I feel like if this is Boosie saying, I'm finally happy that my daughters let me work with her, I'm about to be doing albums with her. Like, let's hear her sound more. I don't know if her sound is the same as Boosie. I don't. I feel like her sound is more of purposeful. Like, she when she raps, I feel like it's personal. She's letting y'all know who she is. She's letting y'all know she's true to this. She's not new to this. She's been too used to this. Like, she's letting y'all know she is her, and she understands she's her. However, I still feel like this was a very Boosie sound album. I would like for it to be more of a Poison Ivy sound. I want Boosie to come to Poison's, to come to Ivy's level of her sound. Like, what is her sound? Um, if that's her sound, if her sound is her daddy's sound, then that's her sound. I can't really say that I've listened to Poison Ivy, and I just feel like her sound can be very chilled, very calm, collected. Like, even when she was rapping, like, her aggression is so poetic. Like, her aggression is so poetic that when you listen, it's like, all right, young cat, young sister know what she talking about, and she not talking about sex. She not talking like she just talking about her life, and I think that's always important with women artists is not always talking about prerogative things like something crazy. Like it's always dope to just hear the hustle, the grind. You know what I mean? Talk about regular stuff. Talk about the positive stuff. And I think that as Poison Ivy, as she continues to grow and elevate, she is going to be a star that y'all gotta watch out for. She is going to step and break some barriers that y'all gotta watch out for. She has a sound, and like I said, I want to hear more of her sound. But what she delivered on this album was just the beginning. Y'all know her with the little hot freestyle that she did, the rival freestyle that she did. So just know like she's like that. She polished herself some more, and continue to grow lyrically. She's going to be tough because she's already confident, bro. And she's comfortable. Like she raps like this. She not new to this, yo. She's been doing this for real. Like she really been doing this since she was a kid, and as you continue to work on the craft, you continue to grow. You know your sound is gonna progress, show that within your sound. My favorite songs, "We Just Living." That's my first song. "We Just Living." It's the first song on the album. "We Just Living." Um, I think that just sets the tone for the album. It tells you the family. It gives you the family. It's this. It's essentially like their mission statement of the album. On My Mind is another one that I really liked. Just because, and that was the first one um, that Poison Ivy led. Uh, I thought that it was just a mental health. It reminds you that everybody goes through something, no matter who they are, and how we just bottle it up. It's like share it, talk about it, and then last but not least, reach for the stars. Like it just gives legacy, encouragement, it encourages you to do your best, see yourself through. You gotta reach for the stars, dreams. I talk about dreams all the time because I'm still trying to get to my dreams too. But reach for the stars tells you like don't quit. You know what I mean? Keep going when it's tough. Keep going when nobody's working with you. Keep going when you feel like you're doing this joint by yourself. Keep going. Cause you gotta reach for the stars. Like that's what you live life to do. Reaching for the stars. Reaching for the top. Uh, like I said, it's raw. I didn't say this, but it's a raw album, y'all. I really felt like they went in the booth freestyle a couple of times. It was like, all right, we like this, we like this, we like this. Let's put it together. Let's do it. It just really feels very authentic. We already know, like I said, Boosie. I mean, his daughter is very authentic. They're themselves. They don't hide from being themselves, and I think that's what makes their music together. That's what makes their music as individuals just as great. They are authentic. They are themselves. They don't live to the ideas of the world. They live to the ideas of the family. They live to the ideas of who they are. No matter what. So I like it. I will tell y'all this right now. If you don't like Boosie, don't listen to the sound. But I'm gonna tell y'all sleep on Boosie if you want to. Y'all, I think people sleep on these megas, these, because Boosie to me is a star. So I don't really know, but Boosie is not the star that I think he should be. But I also think it's just because Boosie ain't gonna sell his soul. He talk about Jesus too much, so. But I think Boosie is like that. If you really listen to Boosie music, y'all, Boosie really, excuse me, really talks truth, and we lose sight of that because of all the other nonsense that he says. But be best believe Ivania and Pops, Boosie Badass, Future and Poison Ivy. It's an album. It's a quick album y'all can listen to. 36 minutes. It's just as long as my video. And I guarantee you're gonna want to listen to every song. Some of the songs are gonna sound the same. But best believe you're gonna be feeling motivated. By the end of the song, you're gonna be feeling motivated. And I don't know about y'all. I don't know about the world. But remember, we just living. So live the best life you can, cause you get multiple lives when you reclaim God. However, you only get one life to enjoy the best. With that being said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed my first Wednesday thoughts back. Um, Go check them out, man. Go check out Scream. Go check out Bam Adebayo's highlights from last night. Go check out Scream 7 and go take a listen to Iviona and Pops. I guarantee you all three will not disappoint. You will be entertained. With that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ah! Peace.